Hello everyone, Beanie Boy Bricks again, and today I am going to be building some custom sets from GM Productions. So I've already gone out and laid out all the pieces for the different sets I'm building. Over here I have got the instructions on my tablet ready to go. This is for a stap speeder that GM Productions makes. So I'm just doing that quickly. Really clear instructions, I'm not going to show too much of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a time lapse of me building each section and reviewing it. I do notice a couple of items are missing in my bricklink orders. Namely, I needed 2 of these, but I got 1 and that, and I'm missing 1 of these. I am trying to find replacements or surrogates for those for the time being. So one of my sets might not be 100% complete when I do it. But let's stop right here and let's go on into a time lapse and let's get going. Hello everyone, welcome back after that short little time lapse. I'm just gonna go through what I built. So right here we've got their CIS version stap speeder. I really enjoyed the build actually. It's really clean, really sleek, really nice. A little bit fiddly in some places, like with the binocular pieces here with the harpoon pieces. A bit of a loose connection. The instructions were really good. I just misread a couple of pieces. I do wish some of it was a little bit clearer. So like building up a couple of pieces together first and then inserting them, putting them together. Because I was putting one piece on and then another piece and then I was like getting a bit mixed up. But here's the official Lego version with my pilot droid there with it. So let's see how well GM Productions work with this. I'm just gonna place that off, put on my droid, so he should be able to stand on that. Bit of a funny angle, I might be doing it wrong, I could always speak to them. So it should be like that, so he's quite a bit lower. I could always have a play around with that, but let's see if this, I'll probably need another piece there. I could always do this, put that there, so now I could have it stood up flying around my battlefield. But yeah, this is really good. I'm going to stop the video here and I'm going to build the next one in just a second. Welcome back everyone, and now I have got the Tread Federation stap speeder. I learned from my mistakes in the previous build and I've built this one up, and I have to say I do thoroughly enjoy it. Same instructions as the previous model, just recoloring, but again really good. I learned from my mistakes, built up some pieces first and then attached them. So this might be something for GM Productions to look at, just making it a bit more streamlined. But the instructions themselves are brilliant. One thing I did do is here, I swapped I flipped this upside down and just swapped the thing. So it makes it a bit more of a better connection for your droid to stand on and connect to the arms. Because whereas before, if you saw my previous model, pretty much this bit was up here and the feet were bent down, which made it very awkward for the droid to stand, and it looked like a awkward body position. But now that I've done this, I found it a much better connection for my pilot droid to go on to. But yeah, I'm going to stop again here. I'm going to do a time lapse of my next build, and for you guys to wait and see what that will be. Catch you in a second. Hello everyone, welcome back. Sorry that took a bit longer. It's quite a fiddly build, but as you can see, I have now made my fourth spider droid. And I actually really like it. I really like this design. I like the inclusion of a bit of blue in there. It's really nice. The legs were a bit tricky, but I do know that GM Productions has made a few more designs and given options to thing. I bought this when it was first released, so I got the original design. Again, the instructions are great. I just got a bit confused. It would have been better with maybe an extra step or two, just to make things a little bit more clear. But like, I do like the way how the legs are built. It's just a bit awkward if you wanted to get it all lined up nicely. I've actually got a really good position there. So I'll just collapse my tripod and break it down. So yeah, it's on a nice angle there at the moment. But yeah, it's a really good build. I like how it looks. Nice inclusion into the droid army for myself. But now I'm gonna try and build the last one with the missing and replaced pieces and see what I come up with. Catch me all in a second. Hello everyone, welcome back to the last one, and tell you what, I probably enjoyed building this one the most. This is my crab droid and I love it. I really do love it, and the build process was actually really good. So this is like the episode 3 crab droid, where you see the clone jump on top of it and destroy it. So look in here, look in the eyes. Really good build techniques on this one, actually really nice. I really like how the legs are done. You can see where this piece is missing. Well, this piece is wrong from the order, so I will get that swapped out. So that's a shame. Also back here there is a miscoloration of a brick where I've swapped it out because of a missing piece. The legs are actually built really well, although they are a bit fiddly and do tend to pop off if you're a bit rough with them. Like GM Productions does state, these are more for display for your mocks on the shelf. These are not to be played, thrown around with, chucked at your clones, for example. But I would say this is probably my favourite one out of the bunch. I would say it's a bit twiddly. The instructions are actually really good and easy to follow on this one. I actually enjoyed the instructions on this one. The only thing I made a change to in the build process is I got a, it's the wrong colour because it's just the colour I had to hand. It's because sometimes these can pop off the legs from here. I put a 2x2 plate, studded plate, in there just to hold it all together. And even from the sides and all that, you're not going to notice the colour. I don't notice the colour through there, but I will probably change it out to a black or a brown, reddish brown, just so it matches up with the rest of the colour scheme. But yeah, that's probably the only thing I would probably say to GM Productions to add into their parts of this. Is just a little extra plate there, just to hold it all together, make it a bit more secure, so then the legs aren't gonna pop off from this point when you place them down. Apart from that, I'm gonna stop the video here and do a quick overview of everything to give my final verdict. Welcome back everyone. I have to say I am extremely happy with what I got. So if you don't know how it works with GM Productions, what you do is you send them a message, tell them what sets that you want to get custom orders from. They will you will pay them, they will send you a PDF file which will look like this in the background, where it'll have all the instructions. Also there'll be a parts list on this, so the parts thing, but also they will send you a separate document of parts list which you could put into bricklink and do a quick buy of all your parts. That's what I did. It was a bit confusing for myself, first time bricklink user, but they were really helpful with me and helped me out a ton. They're not selling it as complete sets at the moment, but I have spoken to one of them, and there is talks of potentially in the far distant future. But would I recommend picking up some of their sets? Yes. Great customer service, really good clear instructions, maybe a few tweaks here and there, I would say. But yeah, let's get into final verdicts. I would have to say I love all of them. A little bit confusing on some of the instructions. I did swap a couple of bits over, like with the stools here, otherwise they would be up here, which would make it quite awkward for your droid. But really good stat speeders. In the Trade Federation and CIS color schemes, I have added a droid onto this one and a little stand for him. But yeah, compared to the Lego version, it is a bit slimmer, but I think it looks better. This looks a bit too big and bulky. This one looks more micro figure scale, so it looks more to scale with the figs. So this is actually quite nice, looks really good. Zooming around, yeah, I really like those two. I would have to say, so these are great just in the inclusion and mock in the background, but I would have to say probably my favorites have to be these two, the bigger two. Yes, I did give this one a little bit of grief when building it, because it is a bit awkward. I didn't follow the instructions right, and that's probably my thing. And I do love how the legs look, but they are a bit but at the same time they look great, and there are multiple versions of this. Same with the Spider Droid. There is the Clone Wars animated series version, and there's episode 3 version. I got the episode 3 version, which I really like. But yeah, this is really good, nice addition. I really like it, and I love this. It's just a shame that one piece out of my bricklink order was missing and one piece was wrong. Apart from that, that's not GM Productions' fault, that is Bricklink's fault, the sellers I bought off of. I didn't realise until after I counted all the pieces. See what I mean? It's a bit fiddly and does pop off a little bit. And I've got a loose connection. That's the Lego's fault on this one, on that leg there. But missing piece. But yeah, really good build. I love how the body is put together. If you could see some of the techniques in there, I'm not going to open now, but like some of how this is done, I've chopped it and popped off a day, but like how this is done is really nice. I love how the legs go as well. I've popped that one off. See what I mean? It's not really for play, it's for display. You can play with it. You could play with it, I should say, but it's not its intended purpose. These are for like displays and inclusions into your mocks. But yeah, you could get some really cool poses I found with these. I'm just doing an example with this one, but like, yeah, so you could do like an attack mode with him, so he's coming at you. But yeah, I really enjoy this. I don't know what else to say about it apart from I would highly recommend getting it. Just be wary that it's not Lego instructions, so they are a bit difficult, not as difficult to follow. They're not difficult to follow, it's just like not as easy as probably Lego instructions sometimes, but really, really good. I thoroughly enjoy the whole process of it, putting all these together. And remember, these are for display. Really nice, really good figures. I have got a couple of, because it is bricklink, some older parts. I should have bought them all new, but again, that's my problem. not GM Productions' fault. But yeah, I would recommend dropping them a shout out and go check out what they've got. But it's really good stuff, guys. Let me put him down after I've sorted him out. And look, he stands up. Once I got all the legs right, they stand up really well. It's not going to collapse in on itself. Same with the dwarf spider droid. They're not going to collapse in on themselves. So I'll really give it a good go. Have a look at what else they got. I believe they got their ATRTs, all in different colors. 501st 212, 41st Elite Core. So go check those out. Those look awesome. I'm going to be trying to get my hands on some of those instructions so I can build up some for you guys as well. But until next time, take it easy.